All right, Savvy. Show them your hairs.
They're there
They're
on my
so
head.
beautiful. Oh my God.
Oh, darling. Thank you.
Oh, they are. I
I'm
kept
just-
saying it yesterday spontaneously. She wanted me to go away. She goes, go play
I
in the
actually
garden.
want to get cut about 10 to 15 centimetres off because it's just...
Oh, she looked like a wild woman.
When it gets wet, I do.
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to another
Exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun
today.
on our 6th of October 2021.
That's right, everyone said. Oh,
Well,
my
what am I going
God.
to do in 2022?
We're going to say,
Welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun.
well, you're not having fun anymore just because
Well,
the
no,
numbers change?
I know. Well, it's good when it was rhymed with fun. I have to think of something different.
2022 for you, yo.
2022 for you. Okay.
Yo. All right, see.
On 6th of October,
No
2022.
excuses. Yo, look at that Triple D Laurel, Triple D Dave.
Yeah, Diamond Dave,
Diamond,
Laurel.
boom.
Okay.
All right.
So, the truth about
You
UFOs...
didn't do the whole thing, did you? FeelItRealFun.com, all
I'm
that stuff?
telling them what the show's about first.
Oh, okay.
And then we do our crash commercials.
All right.
The truth about UFOs and manifesting times I am you pushed out.
If I could turn back time.
So, go to freeneville.com.
221 email this pseudo-random.
Goodness, yes, we did turn our clocks back.
If I
Forward.
could find
Spring
a
forward.
way.
That's it.
Yeah, our spring forward is your spring back.
That's right.
That's right.
Go. Hello.
Look at all that
Kadra.
shazad.
Kadra.
Kadra.
Shazad. Hello. I was thinking about you if we did a YouTube live. All right. Sorry. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. Lisa LaRock.
Hello, Lisa. Brian. Hello
Triple
to
D,
you and
Brian.
your lovely lady.
That's right.
Ashley.
Shirley.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right.
Half a donut. Cheap-ass cup of coffee.
Yes.
90 days.
Look at all these people getting sizzle points.
I
It's just
know.
wonderful.
Angela Teresa. Hey, haven't
Oh.
seen you in a bit. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right. Got a itchy nose. Must have the
That's a
loogie.
hair.
Loogie. Loogie.
Need to get that thing up there. Oh, no.
Roto-rooter. Yeah, we watched Sean Connery last night. He's a older, sexy guy with
the
hair
judge.
and stuff, you know.
It was all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd make a good
He
James Bond.
produced, or I think he either produced or directed it, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right. Something to do.
But I think, for every one director, there's about 15 executive producers, executive co-producers.
So let's see, you know what we think about directors.
It's just
Directors
like, my
rock.
God, how many
Producers.
producers do you need?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right.
So, yes. Did I do the last one? For refunds, visit our YouTube channel. I think I did, but I'll keep going. feelitrealfun.com.
Now, just to be clear, that's not refunds. That's
It's not.
refunds.
You don't get a refund
So I
there.
did get an email today from a fella, and I hit him pretty hard because he sends me an email saying, hey, if I get the Prosperity Pack and I don't get results in 30, 60 days, can I get a refund?
You know what, mate?
So I wrote, that's what I said. I said, look, here's the thing, guys. Because if you're going in with, if it doesn't work for me, and I'm not making fun of you, but I'm just saying this is the attitude, right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't work for me, can I get a refund? In other words, you're going to blame it if it doesn't work. On the other hand,
Imagine having gotten gold.
Imagine having gotten gold, right? Don't start the race if you don't plan on finishing it. If you plan on maybe kind of sort of
The race.
The race.
Rice, as in boiled rice?
Rice, as in on your mark, get set, go.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right,
I
rice.
didn't know what you're talking about. Don't start the rice. Don't start the right.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Right.
Rice makes more sense than right.
Rice.
God. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Tony Doyle's here. Thank Christ. Now
Hello,
we can
Tony
get serious. All right. That's right. Always assume, like, seriously, this is, we share this in Triple D really heavy because when people get started in Triple D is an adventure and overwhelm for some folks.
It was for me.
Yeah, but if you nail every day with, like, I'm getting gold today, And how am I getting it? I already have had to get gotten go boom, and you hit it with that attitude, you get it. But if it's like, I hope this next lesson will be the one that changes my no,
Yeah.
right? By the way, watch how it fits in with today's show.
About UFOs.
Yep. I promise you, it always fits together. So, but you people just got to figure out how.
Yeah, I know. We let you do some of the thinking.
That's right. Yo,
Cool.
Remarkable Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Boom.
Hello, Chris.
Triple D people.
Chris.
Oh my God.
Hello.
All right, so
Okay.
shall we?
We shall.
Rice.
So it's actually, we don't actually want to know about the truth about UFOs. It's actually we didn't. It's a reader email.
Right.
Okay, and
All right.
the reader says, hello, sir.
Yo.
I wish to ask your perspective on UFOs or UAPs. What are they?
Don't know. Keep going. We'll get to it.
Okay.
All right.
From the context that everything in the external world is us pushed out. You're a UFO. No. You're an alien. No. From the context that everything in the external world is us pushed out and that nothing exists out of our awareness, how do UFOs factor into this? I wonder, how would Neville regard these anomalous objects?
I love anomalous. All right. This is so good. This is so good.
Have you ever seen a UFO? I've actually never seen one.
Really? Well, you were one.
A what? True. True that.
Yep, she got on her
Thank you,
wing thing, and the next thing you know,
Okay.
up,
go
and away.
for it, babe.
Right. So I had to ask. I said, "Where did you see it at?"
Exactly.
So this is the cool thing, right? I am not being a dipshit or a wise ass.
No.
Hashtag that in,
Wise
right?
ass. Yeah,
Right.
20's a wise ass. Hashtag 20's a wise ass. No.
So,
he is. He's very wise.
Absolutely. and
he's an ass.
Right,
Yeah.
totally. So here's the cool thing, ready?
Yeah.
So, I said, where'd you see it at? Right? And the lovely fella tells me I was on my dad's porch or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's
All
like,
right.
cool, got it. Yo, Mal. Triple
Yes.
D, yo. And it's like, cool. Now, here's here's what I always ask vague and unusual questions to notice what direction people go in, right? And if you guys listen to the recorded live calls, or if you're on a live call that's being recorded, or you'll notice I do this all the time because I want to see what direction you go in. So I said, wow, where did you see, or did you see one? Where'd you see it at?
On my dad's porch.
On my dad's porch. And it's like, right. So like instantly I can actually see my dad's porch, right? But here's the cool thing. Where did you really experience it at? In consciousness. Consciousness is the only reality. Right? Inside of consciousness, right? Inside of consciousness, there's two things, right? There's what leads and what follows. There's the imaginal act, and there's the physical experience. Both are equally a dream, and you're the dreamer dreaming them both up, right?
Dreaming the dream, because we were talking about that this morning.
Totally. And yesterday, we're talking about
love
honorable
that.
and dignified. Now, here's one more. Ready? Just because it's in a dream doesn't make it an illusion, right? It's not real. Nothing's real. I find when people tell me nothing's real, they don't get that they're real. I'm telling you, I'm very fucking real. So are you, right? I'm the dreamer that dreams the dream. That doesn't mean that nobody is real, okay? Meanwhile, Victoria has a lovely quote.
I do.
It's all about
and
you
I've got
pushed
one
out.
thing to put in on that.
Good Lord, is it
if
a
I
remarkable
may,
thing?
without a clicker.
It's the clicker is her pushed
Because unidentified UFO, stands for unidentified. It's also like unexplained, like unidentified, unexplained, and that to me is like
out. Well, that could be
Neville-
what UAP means, unexplained.
no, it's not to do. But well, I'm just saying,
Okay.
unidentified's like unexplained, and it's like we don't need to question. Like that's what Neville's all about. Do you know what I mean? If we don't have to keep going back into our heads and trying to explain everything and devise means and all of that. It's like with Neville, just go to the end and assume. Do you know what I mean? I know it's nothing to do really with this question about if it's all us pushed out.
It could be.
But I just wanted to add that little bit. It felt important. So
Okay.
all right, sorry. Neville's quote. This is a really long quote. So you guys on YouTube that are watching the extended edition, I'm sorry, I'm not typing all of this in.
Just clip in little bits. You got
Okay.
a couple words and a couple dots.
Okay, so I'll start with the first phrase, all things are made by your imagination. For without imagining, nothing is made. Imagination is not limited to this level of consciousness. There are levels and levels of imagination, as your dreams and visions prove.
All right, so let's just nail that right to begin. Now, what's really cool with this, when you start to notice things, there are levels and levels to imagining. And those levels can be something mundane, as in fairly high level for me, right, is loving husband, loving teacher, loving husband, loving teacher, loving husband,
Yes.
loving teacher, loving puppy dad.
I demand it. No, I'm sorry. Yes.
Right? So that's one relatively high level. Now, a little bit lower than that, loving husband has some desires, like Victoria's yum.
Clean hair.
Yeah, like imagining her happy in the garden, stuff like that. Loving puppy dad doesn't give a shit about her hair.
No.
Or her happiness.
No.
Right? Loving puppy dad is concerned about puppies. Got it? Yeah. Loving puppy dad's imagining good boy. Now the two shall meet once in a while, and I'll be seeing Victoria with the puppy, right? And so the loving husband, loving puppy dad combo state, just imagines, oh, look at that, a happy puppy and a happy wife, happy,
all
happy,
in bed
right?
together, smothered.
Then again, loving teacher just takes all that and makes the teaching examples out of it, right? Because loving teacher wants to the state of loving teacher, a level down from that, has this idea. It's like, wow, let's have a desire. Let's have a desire about a really great show, right? So there are levels and levels to this stuff. Now, divinely, everything's put in order, but let's continue with that.
Well, I might, because there's so much.
All right.
Well, I could actually do the next one.
Yes.
This world is sustained by divine imagining, which is human imagining on a higher level. Our imagination is keyed low, but we are called upon to exercise this power, to examine ourselves, to see if we are keeping our faith.
All right. So just notice, you don't have to imagine the world into existence. You don't have to imagine the loogie into existence. You just get to imagine up, how do I experience this world as a loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad? How do I experience the loogie as loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad? So
you're saying this back to him, saying, how do I experience the world while I sit on my dad's porch seeing UFOs?
we're getting there.
Oh, okay. All right.
We'll get there.
Sorry, I just wanted to double check. I'm actually going to jump to the last. Well, whatever you desire, believe you have received it, and you will. If faith is not complete until through experiment it becomes experience, you must take an unseen objective. Oh, so it just starts getting a bit too wordy. And place it in an assemblage of mental states, which would imply its fulfillment.
Okay, so Neville's talking about how do you do this stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So how would I experience the world if I were a loving husband, right? I'd probably do that a little bit less. As a loving teacher, might do it a little more, right? So I get this, what state am I in? Meanwhile, this last little bit, let's just know this and then we'll go on the UFO.
Must be activated by entering into its centre, feeling its reality, and walking in the faith that it will happen. I tell you, in a way you could not devise, what you have assumed will come into your world.
Alrighty. Here's the great mystery. Ready? Who you are and how this works. I have yet to find anything more interesting. That's
sort of what I was implying at the very beginning. Right.
Oh, that was loving husband clicking. That was congratulating you.
Congratulations, Victoria.
That was loving teacher. Right?
Yeah, not husband.
Right.
Okay. Keep going, sorry.
Oh, no, don't be sorry.
No. All right.
So here's the fun thing, guys. Ready? Who you are and how this works. Honest to God, I have yet to get bored with this. I have been exploring this for decades now. That doesn't mean I'm not fascinated with other things. I'm fascinated by YouTubes. I'm fascinated by how to make a video. I'm fascinated by Tony Doyle, right? I'm fascinated. I really am. I mean, like, we have our little chats and he shows up in the groups and all that stuff. And it's like I'm fascinated, right? I really am. Like, I talk to Sizzle and I wonder, how does he do that? And I just study how he does things, right? Yeah. I am fascinated by a lot. Utterly fascinated. Now, here's the cool thing. It's all me pushed out. As a loving teacher who loves studying and exploring how people think, how they experience the world, what their waves of perceiving are, how they interweave together. These are a lot of big words, doesn't matter, right? But here's the thing. I am fascinated. But the ultimate fascination is who I am and how this works. How I imagine something up and then how it's going to happen. Oh my God, right? I get to discover so much along the way. Here's what I notice about 3 things, right? UFOs, beer cans, and fishing lures. Ready? Somebody hashtag all those in, right?
UFOs, beer cans, and fishing lures.
Yep, those are 3 things that any redneck can get totally transfixed upon, right? Now, here's the thing. What do you imagine about the UFO or the beer can or the fishing lure? Because some people, they see a beer can and they imagine it's the end of the world as we know it because of all the litter bugs, right? Or somebody's going to die because they trip on the can. And then, so, yeah, like some people imagine the craziest shit while I pick up the can and put it in the fucking garbage, right? Then they go imagine that I'm the bad guy because I put the can in the rubbish, right? It's like, what do you want me to do? Carry it for 4 months, right? Maybe get the loogie off of it, since apparently you can get the loogie off a beer can, or at least a garbage can in New Zealand, right? Yeah, they proved
Really?
that. Yeah, well, that's what they said a long
a
time
new
ago.
one?
No,
Right.
that was 2 years ago. You could get the loogie off a garbage can in New Zealand. That's where it all broke out from, right?
Oh, yeah, at
So,
the airport,
so people get all whacked out about things, and I just go, right. Here's the thing. If you saw a UFO or didn't see a UFO, either way, it was an experience in consciousness. You get to explore who you are and how this works. What does it mean if there are UFOs or there aren't UFOs, or if there are little microorganisms or
back
aren't
to
little micro?
manifesting mastery
Yeah,
lesson 1.
it all goes
Yeah.
back to what meaning are you giving it? It doesn't matter. That's the cool thing. By the way, if you want to get fascinated about UFOs, right? I knew a guy in Dennis, in Pennsylvania. Dennis was nuts about UFOs, right? And he was nuts about the Bigfoot too. He actually probably investigated me once or twice when I was Bigfoot, but that's another story, right? But it's so much fun to just notice that you can get fascinated by anything, but don't let anything become a distraction from you exploring who you are, how this works, and giving life to what we call your dream-driven days. Because there are people that get just totally into such massive distractions, they get obsessed, and it's like they never live their lives. It's like they get into an obsession so they don't live their lives. Here's what's cool. What's the UFO? Who knows? But you experience something. How cool is that? Now, there's 3 things. I want to see my notes there because I want to say this exactly the one particular way. Ready?
Actually, Neville also had a recording. Was it called Out of This World or something?
He had a book. It's right over there.
A book, was it? Was that what it was called?
Yes.
What's that?
See?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? This is really cool. Okay, Neville said consciousness is the only reality. Now check this out. There's what you experienced, the UFO, or the dog park today, or Victoria laughing, right? There's what you imagine about what you experienced, right? Oh my God, she could get offended. Do you have any idea how many times a day she could get offended by me? It's one of those irrational numbers. It's like so
Irrational.
it's so high up there. I can't even imagine. Like so there's what you experienced, right? There's what you imagined about what you experienced, right? Week 1, manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Yes.
And then there's what you imagined that gave life to what you experienced. You imagined something to experience your UFO. How cool is that? Maybe you imagined the UFO as a bridge, and that's what got you to this cool little show where we had a lot of fun. Maybe you imagined up the UFO so you could have a conversation with your pops. Who the hell knows? Maybe you imagined up the UFO just to imagine up a UFO, right? I find it pretty cool because in the end, yeah, if you can imagine up a UFO, a UAP, and you can experience IAYPO, and it's all letters and none of them matter. What matters is you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
boom, Dr. Brian, look at you. Damn, you
That
should have
is
hashtagged that.
My strawberry bit. Yeah.
That's it. Remember, there are experiences, what you imagine about your experiences, and there's what you imagine that gave you the experiences that you have imaginings about. You know what's great? I absolutely love this girl, right? And like every time we do a show, she like goes through and does the edits and stuff. And I get to listen to her laughter about her laughter. And every now and then,
Oh, look. Oh, sorry.
yeah, every now and then she'll hit a recursive loop. And it's like 45 minutes later, she's still just staring at the screen, right? And I'll tell her lunch is done. So,
Okay.
and with all that in mind,
With all
Victoria,
that in mind, that was our show. So tell us what we want to know is, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
yes,
And yes, that very last bit is actually my very best personal bit. There's what you experienced, what you imagined about what you experienced, and what you imagined that gave life to what you experienced. That is ace.
boom! I am absolutely. They ready?
Yes. A wise ass.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was great.
As we said at the beginning of the show.
Absolutely.
What was your hashtag strawberry bit?
That because
Yeah.
it was really nice because the whole thing of like, I mean, you can really become interested in anything, which I think is part of the adventure, or you can use anything as a weapon against you actually giving life to what you want.
Yeah, what's the meaning you're attaching
Yeah, and what's the
to
meaning
it?
you're attaching to it? So if you see a UFO and it contributes to your life, to your day, cool. If you see a UFO and you suddenly go down this,
Run down into the
it's
basement and hide.
it's all David Icke and face masks and all that stuff. I'm an anti-UFOer. UFOer.
Yeah.
U4.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
So that was our hashtag strawberry bits.
that was mine.
Well,
What was yours?
I said it. That
I heard
first
you.
part.
I heard
I
you.
mean,
You
the
said-
last part
Yeah, the
became
first.
my strawberry bit.
That's right. You told us twice.
Twice.
Yes, at least. Maybe 3
I
times
did,
now.
because Brian put it in as well. So
That's
I said,
right.
that's my strawberry bit.
That's right.
Yes. So, go to freeneville.com.
221 email pseudo.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com. Go, you keep coming and going.
Go. Here she is.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. That's all I got.
So there's no show tomorrow. It's
That's right.
Joe's fault.
That's right. Remarkable people. We got a call coming up this weekend.
Monday, yes.
Our Monday, USA Sunday.
Yes.
I sent out an email. There's posts in the group. Joining the fun. Honorable and dignified. Again, notice that you could approach the whole UFO thing as an honorable and dignified way of just exploring who you are and how this works. Or you could do it to be totally demeaning to all of humanity because we're nothing more than a simulation created by aliens who are actually inhabiting our simulated brain stems, really.
Really?
See ya.